Hello, and welcome back to Philip on Facts, the podcast that dives deep into topics and brings you the pearls of understanding. I'm your host, and we're here with Season 6, Episode 18. Today we're discussing a topic that's universal to all of us, yet unequally personal: death. And we're not just talking about the biological event, but the philosophical implications and the ways in which our understanding of death shapes our life, consciousness, and identity. Let's start our journey in ancient Greece with Stoic philosophers like Seneca, who once said, "Life is like a play. It's not the length, but the excellence of the acting that matters." They view death not as a bitter end, but as a natural part of life's cycle to be accepted. Does this make the prospect of death less daunting? Speaking of ancient Greece, ever heard of Diogenes, the philosopher who lived in a barrel? He was once asked what he wanted done with his body when he died. His response: "Throw me over the city walls for the beasts to groan or to gnaw." When the horrified questioners objected, he added, "Well, all right then, but you better give me a stick to fight off the animal, but you'll be dead. You won't care." They pointed out. "Exactly," Diogenes retorted. "So why are you fussing about it?" The moral of the story: even in death, Diogenes knew how to keep things lively. Crossing the boundary into the spiritual realm, we find perspectives on death that extend beyond the physical. In Christianity, death is seen as the doorway to eternity, an idea captured in the Bible verse Philippians 1:21. "For to me to live is Christ, and to die is gain." In Buddhism and Hinduism, death is a point on the cyclical path of rebirth. As the Bhagavad Gita states, as a man shedding worn-out garments takes other new ones, likewise the embodied soul, casting off worn-out bodies, enters into others that are new. How do these perspectives reshape our understandings of death? As we move into the era of enlightenment, we find the dueling perspectives of dualism and monism. Rene Descartes' dualism paints death as a separation of the mind and body, famously captured in his phrase, "I think, therefore I am." Monism, on the other hand, asserts the unity of both. Is death the end of our consciousness, or a transition to another state? The duality of the mind and body, as Descartes saw it, is kind of like a divorcing couple. The mind says, "I think, therefore I am." And the body replies, "Well, I feel, therefore I am." And in the end, they go their separate ways, leaving us to wonder who gets custody of the consciousness. Fast forward to a bustling Paris cafe in the 1940s, brimming with artists and intellectuals. Among them, Jean-Paul Sartre, a leading figure in existentialism, profoundly aware of our inevitable morality. He once said, "Every existing thing is born without reason, prolongs itself out of a weakness, and dies by chance." Existentialists believe that meaning isn't served on a silver platter. It's a meal we must prepare ourselves. The view of Ernest Becker's acclaimed work, The Daniel of Death, Becker's points that human civilization is ultimately an elaborate, symbolic defense mechanism against the knowledge of morality. He believes that our fear of death and our attempt to deny its inevitability are the driving forces behind much of our behaviors, our ambitions, and even our anxieties. In a way, he suggests our entire lives can be seen as a struggle against the knowledge of our own death. And now, here is where we share some of the strangest and funniest facts about death. Did you know in the Victorian era, people were so afraid of being buried alive, they invented safety coffins. That's right. These coffins had a bell attached to a string, which was tied to the deceased's finger. So if they woke up, they could ring it for service. Talk about a wake-up call. How does this awareness of death, this confirmation with our own morality, influence our quest for meaning? Are our lives shaped by the shadow of death, even as we seek to deny its existence? In the same century, we meet Albert Camus, a stalwart of absurdism. To him, life is divided of inherent meaning, and the pursuit of such is absurd. Absurd. He once wrote, "I know of only one duty, and that is to love. Death, then, is non-essential, and to our non-essential existence." But instead of despair, Camus finds liberation. He encourages us to embrace life precisely because of its absurdity. Could death be the ultimate reminder to live fully? As we step into the realm of bioethics, we face with another conundrum. When does life truly end? Is it when the heart ceases, or when the brain goes silent? As medical technology advances, the question becomes even more compelling, reminding us of the ever-changing boundaries between life and death. Our exploration brings us full circle to the raw human experience of grief. As writer Annie Lamott put it, grief, when it comes, is nothing like we expect it to be. Grief, and all its pain, is a testament to our ability to love and connect. Our understanding of death, shaped by myriad philosophy and beliefs, influence how we mourn, how we heal, and how we continue to live. As we close up this chapter of Philosophical Facts, remember, the beauty of philosophy is in the question, not just the answer. Keep questioning, keep exploring, and stay filled up with facts. Until next time, have a great day, evening, or night. I'll catch you in the next episode.